Hey, James at Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School. Today I'm going to talk about the new Tricer RP. So this is a really lightweight bipod, as you can see. We're going to test this out. We've been using a lot of different bipods, everything from the Atlas to the MDT out here. This one's kind of interesting. So like every other bipod, you push these buttons in here and you can adjust the width. And then you've got the side buttons, you can push it and you can tilt this. These have basically like a regular tripod, a little rubber piece here, carbon fiber. You turn it to lock it, you break it loose about a quarter turn to unlock it. And as you can see, these go pretty long. And then you turn it forward again to snug it. And you can do them both at once, which is pretty nice if you wanted to like pull it out really long, really fast. So I'm gonna kind of talk about these real quick. All right, so let me get this snugged up here. These feet, you can unscrew them and you can put the rubber feet in. These are for outside, they're pretty aggressive, super lightweight. I've heard these things weigh about 15 ounces. I'm not gonna weigh it, so I don't exactly know. A couple interesting things they've done on it is, this is the pick rail mount, and you can see there's actually a spinner knob. You spin this, and this will tighten up how much it clamps. Because like a lot of bipods out there, you get them, and then this is a little bit loose when you mount it on a bipod. Something else I want to show you that comes in the packet is you got really short legs. So if you want to shoot bench all the time, you got these short legs. It comes with an Allen wrench, so you can change these out. These are the rubber feet. This clamp will go on an Arca rail. Again, you can see there's a spinner. You can spin this for how much tension it has. It does have a push button lock. And then it comes with another piece that I guess, well, I don't guess, I know you do. You would mount this on your sling stud, and then it gives you a pick rail that goes through there. So kind of interesting, nice little setup that they have here with the different options. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. So I'm gonna use this on the bench, so I'm gonna go ahead and mount it. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about. This is your tension knob for the head, and that pivots back and forth and then rotates. And it's pretty cool, like a lot of others do, is you pull it out so you can actually adjust where it's gonna be at. Because a lot of times, when you adjust a tension lock, it's way up here and you can't get it any further. You pull this back and then it actually adjusts where it's gonna lay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Fusion. This is the Barber Creek Fusion rifle. And I switched the barrels on this to a 6.5 Creedmoor, even though it's a long action. I'm gonna extend these legs out because we're on a bench. So let me lay this out real quick and get on the bag. I'm gonna turn this so you can kind of see us. There we go. All right. All right, first thing I need to do with this gun is, feels pretty good out for 1,000, but if I wanted to shoot at 100 yards, I can lower it even more. And as you can see, it goes pretty low. You can see my fist to my thumb here, you can see it's pretty low. Let's kind of see how it feels. I'm gonna shoot it at 100 yards real quick and see how it does. All right. I'm leaning into it, giving it a little bit of a preload. It actually felt pretty good. All right. So I'm gonna run it out to 1,000. So I'll bring up one leg and let's see. Yep, pretty much all I needed. 6.5 Creedmoor. Let's just say in this temperature right now, 29.5 minutes. Let me feel the tension on this. Tension's pretty good. Let me loosen it up. Yeah, way too loose. That's not bad for your rifle cannon, that tension. I'm gonna run it right out to 1,000 real quick. A little bit too tight. There we go. Parallax. Right to left wind at 4 mile an hour. Pushing right. Broke the clay in the first shot. Now, saying that, I saw everything really nice. Actually, this wide expansion on that bipod leg made it super easy to stay on target. Let's shoot another one. All right. get back on here again. I am going to push right again 1 minute. I actually, in my professional opinion, not personal, I stay on target better than I do with the Atlas, and I'm really surprised. And I'm guessing it's because of the width. That's pretty impressive. Now let's look at our tilt. Not too bad, probably all the tilt you're gonna use. All right, let me get this out of there. All right, and yeah, feels pretty good, I like it. So that was impressive. And that was unexpected. I did not plan for that. I did not know that. You know me, I'm a very honest individual. When I start doing reviews, they haven't given me a penny to do a review on this, nor will I allow them to. I'm gonna shoot one more just because I can. All right, so here we go. Go right back out to 1,000. Push right 1 minute. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's kind of look at this from another point of view. I'm gonna stop the film, move the camera so you can see me, and we're gonna extend these legs out, so stand by. All right, so let me bend down so you can see me. All right, if I was seated, and again, seated down and shooting downhill, uphill, I can quickly pull these in, make them a little bit taller. And now if I'm shooting uphill, and of course, even as a guy that's 6 foot tall, I'm gonna have to get a little bit low. But let me pull these all the way in. You can see that I can kneel and shoot with this as well. Let me get closer to the camera so you can hear me. So anyway, these are pretty nice. I'm gonna really put them to fruition by letting the students try them. See my camera wiggling, there's a lot of wind out here. All right guys, so I'm gonna release this. So that was pretty funny. My phone got knocked over by the wind, but you got to see that live. I told you I don't cut stuff out. Anyway, I'm gonna release the video on this one today, and then what we're gonna do, I shot it off the bench. I showed you seated and kneeling. I've got a level 1, level 2 back-to-back here at Barber Creek Long Range Shooting School, and we're gonna try it on the level 2 property, which is shooting uphill, downhill, across valleys, and let's see how the students like it. I always say the best person to test gear is the end user or my students, because again, they're the ones that are going to end up purchasing it, not me. I don't buy a lot of gear, but what I do want to do is always provide the best information I can for them. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later after the level 2.